Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got my League 1 predictions for the 2022-23 season. Now I know I'm doing this like a week before the season actually starts, and there's still going to be some preseason friendlies during the week. But you know, truthfully I wasn't actually going to make this video, but I thought, you know what, why not? And if you did catch my video yesterday about FIFA's predictions, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt, but that's because I'm recording this on the same day. I'm recording this a few hours later. That's why I don't wear the same clothes all the time, I promise. But yeah, you know, I thought, you know what, I get these predictions out because, you know, League 1, you know, I'm only watching League 1 as a neutral this season because obviously Sunderland aren't in it, which is going to be nice. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to keeping an eye on League 1 this season, especially towards the top of the table. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But without further ado, let's start these predictions. So I'm doing the usual I do every year, starting off at the bottom, working my way up. So here we go, here are the 4 teams who I think will be getting relegated. And I know you're going to say, you're copping out, like what a cop out, like you got three promoted teams in the bottom 4, but just hear me out, okay? So bottom of the league, I do have Forest Green. Now obviously won the League 2 last year, and played some pretty nice football for that division. But this summer things have changed a little bit. Obviously Rob Edwards went to Watford at the beginning of summer, which was in a very controversial way, and obviously he's now gone. They've lost quite a few of their good players as well. You know, Kane Wilson, Nicky Cadden, Nabil Adams, to name a few. And honestly, I think the players they've brought in aren't really that good enough, to be fair. And I know that the jump from League 2 to League 1 isn't that big, because, well, last few years, like, at least 2 promoted clubs stay up, whereas last season all 4 of them stayed up, and I believe in 2019 all 4 stayed up as well, and one even going up again. So yeah, it's not a huge jump, but I don't know. I just think of how competitive League 1's starting to become. I think Forest Green I think they shouldn't have sold the good players. Like, to be fair, like, although the money probably wouldn't have been that bad, but yeah, they've been torn apart, really. I can't say anything but relegation for them. But again, we'll see. 23rd, gone with Port Vale, obviously won the playoffs. Just haven't signed enough players, really. I mean, like, yeah, they haven't lost anybody in particular, but haven't really signed enough players, to be fair. And I don't know, like, they scraped it in the playoffs last year. I don't know, with Port Vale, it's just a tricky one there. Again, same with Exeter in 22nd. Again, haven't lost anybody, but to be fair, Exeter haven't signed anybody at all. Like, it literally is the exact same team as last season, and I don't know. I just think that they could have taken the opportunity. Like, both Port Vale and Exeter could have taken this opportunity to really, strengthen up a little bit. You know, like, you know, I think we could go over this league, and although, like, you are keeping the core group of players that got you up together, I don't know. I think it could hurt them in the long run. That's just my opinion. I think it could hurt them in the long run, but yeah, finally, in my bottom 4, do have Morecambe. Now, this one's really tough to predict between these and a team in 20th. But, you know, second season syndrome does exist. You know, Morecambe, they were really lucky to stay up last year, I think. You know, I think only stood up by a point. And to be fair, I think if it hadn't been for Cole Stockton's goals, they would have been relegated. Haven't really signed the best quality players, like literally some of their shopping consistently Donald Love and Ashley Hunter. Like, come on, Morecambe, you can do better than that, surely. And yeah, I know Morecambe probably do have the lowest budget in the league again this year. Like, I think they had the lowest budget in League 2 the year they went up. So yeah, they really are. I think they really are pushing above the weight in League 1. And to be fair, I don't think Cole Stockton will have. I think they can't really rely on him to score 25 plus goals again this season to keep them up. So I think Morecambe will be going back down to League 2. Sorry, Morecambe fans. Now we're going on to the first 4 teams. I think we'll finish in the bottom half. And 20th place, just avoiding relegation, I do have Cheltenham Town. Now, Cheltenham, you know, had a very comfortable first season in League 1 last year. They did really well. However, again, like Forest Green, have had a pretty turmoil summer. Firstly, Michael Duff left. He's now gone to Barnsley. The captain, Will Boyle's gone to Huddersfield. But you know, they signed some exciting young players from Premier League clubs, so, you know, they're adding a little bit of youth to the team. Something similar to what Sunderland did last season, and they seem to work. And then I think for Cheltenham, you know, again, haven't really lost any key players other than Will Boyle. they're keeping the main squad together. And to be fair, I think Alfie May, he's still there as well. And I think he's probably more likely to keep Cheltenham up this season than Cole Stockton is, because obviously Alfie May does chip in with assists as well as goals. So I think Cheltenham probably will have enough in them to stay up this year. 19th we've got Cambridge. Again, like Cheltenham, solid first season in League One last year, but with the upcoming quality in League One this year, I think they might struggle a little bit more this season. Again, Jack Iredale's gone, Wes Houlihan's gone. Houlihan, I know he's old, but he still did a job for Cambridge last year. But again, made some pretty promising signings, so who knows? I think they probably will have enough in them to stay up again this year. 18th we've gone with Lincoln. Now, to be fair, Lincoln could be a huge surprise again this season. I had Plymouth in 18th last year and they finished 7th, so Lincoln could end up doing well this season. But as of right now, I don't quite see it. Again, Michael Alberton's gone, and then brought in Mark Kennedy, who, I don't know, it doesn't really excite you that much, does it really? Again, they lost a few key players, Conor McGrandles, Cohen Bramwell, both gone. And the signings brought in just don't really get you that excited, really. It's just, I don't know, just like Lincoln, they've lost key players, haven't really brought many better players in. I don't know, I just think the team above them just got a bit more quality about them. In 17th, we've gone with Akron, a bit of a downgrade from last season, but I think Akron fans will probably be happy with the League One stability. Again, lost key players, Colby Bishop's gone to Portsmouth, Matt Butcher's gone to Plymouth, Ross Sykes gone to Belgium, I believe. I think it was Union SG or something went to. Ross Sykes, please do correct me there. But unlike Lincoln, Akron brought in some pretty exciting players. And John Coleman, he's a pretty solid manager. He knows Akron really, really well. He knows the club, knows the team. And I think they have another pretty solid year in League One, albeit they are dropping a few places from last year. But it is the highest I predicted Akron to finish so far in these prediction videos, so there's that. Now we've got the final 4 teams who I think will finish in the bottom half, starting with Bristol Rovers in 16th, doing the best out of the promoted clubs. And I think with Bristol Rovers, I think Joey Barton, as much as it pains me to say it, is actually a textbook League One manager, you could say. He knows how to make teams perform at this level. Okay, yes, he came in, Bristol Rovers went down, that wasn't really its fault, he came in quite late, I think damage already been done. And last season, pretty slow start, but then, things started kicking the gear. And then obviously that dramatic final day against Scunthorpe, where they literally had to win by 7 goals to actually go up on the date, which is pretty mental. And again, like Exeter and Port Vale, they've kept that core squad together. But unlike those 2 teams, they've actually made some improvements and actually look like out of the 4 promoted clubs, like they actually want to stay in League One, which I think they probably should do, to be fair, because I think Bristol Rovers probably are a League One team, but they're looking like obviously unlike the other 3 clubs, they actually look like they want to stay here. So that's what got them in 16th there. 15th we've got Burton Abbey, and again Burton again haven't lost any key players, but signings have been okay. A little bit of a mixed bag, but there are some gems in there. Honestly, I think they'll have another average season. I don't think Burton are ever going to challenge promotion again for a little bit. I don't know, they don't seem like they're going anywhere under Hasselbank, and I'm not saying it's Hasselbank's fault. I'm just saying maybe changing ownership could help them out a little bit. But yeah, to be fair, Burton are just there. They just don't offer anything to the league apart from the odd banana skin, or just obviously batter them, so there's that. 14th, I've gone with Fleetwood. Now, I think a lot of people actually sleeping on Fleetwood this year. I think Fleetwood could actually surprise a few people by finishing 14th. Now, obviously, they only just survived relegation last year, literally sitting up on goal difference. And, yeah, the loss Jordan Rossiter, which you probably could say is the only real loss, but other than that, they brought some pretty exciting players. Josh Earl, Compress, a championship experienced left back, was part of the present I can't speak. It was part of the present team that went up back in 2016 or 2015, whatever. Josh Vella, really good year with Shrewsbury last year, really nice addition there as well. And Scott Brown as a manager, again, pretty exciting. It's pretty unknown what he's going to be like, but again, looking pretty positive for Fleetwood this season. I'm looking forward to see how they get on. Finally, in 13th, I've gone with Shrewsbury Town. Now, I predicted Shrewsbury to finish 13th last season, and they didn't, but this time I think they should. Because, yes, they lost Josh Vella, But again, that's the only real loss. Like, you know, they had a good base squad from last season. You know, they finished last year pretty positively, and they've only improved that. You know, John Shipley, Tom Bates, both from Coventry, good additions there. In O'Brien had a really good half season at Portsmouth last year as well, and also Shea Dunkley from Sheffield Wednesday as well, a very experienced centre back as well. So got a pretty solid squad for Shrewsbury, but I think the quality in the top half is just going to be a reason why they don't really make much progress. But all I'm going to say is, right, don't be surprised to see Shrewsbury up there this season if they are there. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I've got the first 3 teams I think will finish in the top half, but won't really threaten playoffs. And 12th I've got with Wickham. You know, obviously lost the playoff final last year at the Sunderland, and I don't like it, this can sound pretty mental, but the playoff final defeat for a club usually quite hurts them a bit. I think I said this last year about Lincoln, and I was right in the end. You know, and then, you know, Lincoln, you know, Oxford the year before that, poor start, but then they eventually got up there. Same as Sunderland the year before that as well, and Shrewsbury the year before that. So yeah, losing the League One playoff final does hurt the club, and I think with Wickham, you know, usually they've got a pretty good morale, their team. You know, they have lost a couple of players. You know, Akron was retired. Stockdale's gone to Sheffield Wednesday. Also Anthony Stewart, which I know Wickham fans don't really like too much. But again, it's still like a player who played quite a few bit of football last season who's gone. And the signings are brought in just don't really excite you, to be fair. Like, they brought a lot of young players from under 23 teams. Like, it just isn't that great from Wickham, to be fair. And all I'm going to say is that I just don't be surprised to see Wickham, you know, not really in the playoff push. But again, who knows? 11th, we're going with Oxford now. Originally, I actually had Oxford and Wickham the other way around, but you know, Oxford finally have made some transfers and actually looks pretty solid. I mean, like, yeah, they took a while to get going, but you know, they've made some alright hands so far. You know, I think they just need a few more to really compete this season. Obviously, like lost Luke McNally, he's got the Burnley. Mark Sykes has gone as well. So yeah, they've lost a couple of key players there. I haven't had a chance to replace them, but who knows the season of Oxford? I think, to be fair, like, they had a pretty poor end of last season. You know, they should have really finished the playoffs, but they didn't. And yeah, I think this year, I think they're going to be knocked down a few pegs this year. In 10th, we're going with Charlton. A little better than last season, I think. You know, I think last year they finished 13th, only just. And I think it was pretty clear that they needed to improve. You know, brought in Ben Garner, like kind of stable manager. And they've kept pretty much the core of the team together. You know, you could argue Connor Washington was really the only loss, but even still, I don't think any Charlton fans were too upset to see him go. Made some decent signings as well for this league as well, but the reason why I've got them so low is because I think the teams above them have a bit more quality about them. Now moving on to the 3 teams I think will just miss out in the playoffs, and this is where things are going to start getting a little bit more controversial, you could say, because, you know, I think from here onwards you could probably name any of these 9 teams to finish in the top 9. It's that tight this season. Now if we're going with Plymouth Argyle, again, I haven't lost any key players. You know, kept them in the core of last season's got together, and they made some nice signs as well. You know, Morgan Whittaker, Matt Butcher, Barry Mumba, people like that. You know, players who will do a job at League One, and I think, don't you think keep Plymouth from getting in the playoffs again? Just the teams above them got too much quality, to be fair, and I think it could be a bit of a grind. But again, like I said before, it could be anything this season. It's pretty mental. 8th, going for MK Dons. I think people might disagree with me on this one here, but yeah, they had a good season last year. Only just missed out on the automatic promotion, but completely collapsed in the playoffs. And, you know, they've lost some key players. You know, Harry Darling, Scott Twine being the main 2 there. Signings, you know, a bit of a mixed bag. You know, they signed some good players and then some questionable players, like Will Grigg. And I think, to be fair, I think it probably would be, like, I don't think it's too outlandish to say that there probably is like an expected drop off from MK Dons this season, but yeah, I don't see them staying up. Fucking hell. I don't really see them getting top 6 this time round. And then 7th, probably my most, I'm going to say, like, my most controversial prediction out of the lot so far, that's Barnsley missing out on the top 6. And originally I had Barnsley even 4th, but after looking back at them and looking at the teams that finished above them, I don't see them making playoffs anymore. You Like Barnsley last season, probably one of the worst ever teams in the championship history. And they lost quite a few key players. Cody Woodrow, Callum Britton, Cotton Morris, etc., etc. However, that made some nice signings though, and like Robbie Cundy, Luke O'Connell, people like that. But I think just off the basis of how that season went, and just the fact that I think the top 6 in my predictions have got more quality about them. I think Barnsley will miss out on the playoffs. Big shout, I know, but I'm gonna make it. Now for 4 teams, I think we'll finish in the playoffs, and this is where things could get a little bit, again, more controversial here and there. But in 6, I've actually gone with Portsmouth. Not many people, but I think I've actually got Portsmouth to finish in the top 6 this season, which is understandable. But I think Portsmouth could have a top 6 push this year. To be fair, like they lost some key players. Aidan O'Brien didn't want to stay on, and Marcus Harner has gone to Ipswich there. But similar to Cheltenham, actually, they gone with like a approach that Sunderland did last season, where he has taken players who were on the fringes of breaking into Premier League squads, which aren't quite there, but bring them to you. And that's what they've done in this window so far. And I think Portsmouth fans will be happy with top 6 finish. And to be fair, like, I think last season, they ended quite well. Probably quite unlucky to not get playoffs in the end, but they just had a pretty poor start to the season, which is why they didn't get that in the end. Fifth, we're going with Bolton. I think a lot of people think Bolton will get top 6 this year, which is understandable because second half of last season they were incredible, and having kept that core squad, and adding on top of that, you're looking ahead of a pretty solid season for Bolton. I think they could be, as of right now, I think they could be my playoff winners right now, which says a lot. Peterborough with 4th again. Grant McCanny, he's a good manager at League 1 level. He got promoted with Hull a couple of years ago. Again, kept most of their squad together, and they haven't really added any key names, but they've added in the squad depth, which is going to be important for this league. And to be fair, Peterborough, I think had they got McCann earlier, they probably would have stayed up last year, if I'm being honest. But it came in just a little bit too late, and obviously it went down. But I think they probably would challenge top 2 this year. And in 3rd, I think it was really difficult between 3rd and 2nd. Well, I've gone with Derby County. First of all, it's great to see that Derby will be competing this season under the new ownership. And to be fair, they've made some outrageous signings for level. Fuck me, they've made some quality signings. Might generally be the best League 1 team ever. Even better than Sunderland's 18-19 team. I'm being serious. It's unreal. However, only reason I put them in 3rd place is because their squad depth is still way too thin, in my opinion. I think how 5 contract players, and they brought in 12 players. Even still, that's barely enough to fill an 18-man squad. For me, they need some more squad depth. But I'm sure in this upcoming week they'll probably add some more, and in the transfer window in the next month. But as of right now, Derby County will be finishing in 3rd place for me. Meaning that my top 2 are Ipswich Town and Sheffield Wednesday. Again, pretty popular opinions with these two. I think since their relegation, I believe Ipswich should finish in the top 2 every single season. And I've only just about finished 11th or 10th. However, I think this year has to be the year to go up, in my opinion. They had a good end to last season under Kieran McKenna. And I think unlike last year, obviously having made as many signings last year, which I think was pretty predictable, to be fair. They brought in more quality signings than quantity. And I think having a good depth base already, they add some quality on top of there. And to be fair, I think if they don't go up this year, it's gonna be pretty bad for them. And in the 1st place, the bookie's favourites, Sheffield Wednesday. And I think it's pretty clear why I've got Sheffield Wednesday in 1st place. Their squad's way too good to not go up. If they don't go up this year, it's gonna be absolute farce because they've got an unreal squad. They signed previous promotion winners. Michael Smith, Michael Luigi, both from Rotherham as well. David Stockdale, they brought in from Wickham. They brought in some league, they brought in some winners, and I think they were pretty unlucky last season, to get playoffs in the end. But I think this year will be there. I don't think they'll piss the league, but I think they'll be pretty comfortable winners in the end. That is going to be my League 1 predictions. Hope you guys don't get too upset at these predictions. Again, I can't predict the future, so please don't get fucking pissed off at me for predicting this, because obviously I'm not in control of what happens in this season. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's been great to be doing back and making these videos, and I hope you guys have been enjoying them. My championship predictions will be out by Thursday, and my Prem predictions will be out probably the following Thursday, I'd imagine. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share. See you all next time.